Welcome,
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 welcome. Welcome to the J.O.
welcome to
Show.
the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to
Show.
the JO Show.
Welcome,
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 welcome. Welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors, like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics, from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the J.O. Show.
Welcome,
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 welcome. Welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome,
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 welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Hi, what's going on, everybody? What it do, man? It's your boy. It's your boy JL. This is the JL Show Unedited. We talk music, we talk movies, we talk sports, we talk entertainment, and we damn sure talk all things Cleveland.
Please.
EP, what up, big dog?
Hey man, y'all know my slogan. Happy to be here on the JO show. It's Monday. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day. I know I had a good one. So hey, if your shoulder don't roll, you are a hater.
You are a hater. If your shoulders don't roll when you see this, or when you hear this, you are a hater.
Yes, sir.
We have another guest here today. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about all things, but a little bit to talk about before we get into the guests, man. A little bit to talk about. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hey, listen, this is the JO Show Unedited. If you click on this, thank you. I am your boy JO. That's your boy EP. We are on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, and we're on Instagram. At Instagram, you gotta hit that link that's in the bio though. At the JO Show, one word, unedited. And Facebook and YouTube, at the JO Show, one word, unedited. Twitch, damn it. One word, the JL Show Unedited. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, ring that bell. EPZ. EPZ. What up, man?
Nothing, Jo. I had an experience yesterday. I did a Father's Day comedy show. It was beautiful, hosted as well as put on by myself. And it was a good time. You know, I wish you would have been able to come here, but I know the differences of having family and, driving up here and driving back. But you would have enjoyed yourself, man. So that's all I had going on, man. That's what's up. I had work today for the people that's out here working. Got off of work and I'm here. Happy to be
For
here,
sure.
though.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure, man. Yeah, I saw you post some pictures on that, and I was gonna ask you, so I'm glad that you led with that. Yeah, it definitely looked like it was another good one. And did you perform or you just hosted?
I hosted,
Okay.
such as do a
I mean you
couple
did your right,
jokes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Bring the next person on,
Yeah, for sure.
that type thing. But yeah,
That's
it
what's
was an
up, man.
enjoyable moment, man. I was happy to see a lot of fellas that came out, and I like to see the support of the ladies to bring the fellas out, So,
Yeah.
they thought they was coming to the little hole in the wall and got an actual, big comedy show. Like,
Yeah, got a
I
whole
don't know none
experience.
of these people and enjoyed themselves. So yeah, that
That's
was a
what's
beautiful
up,
thing.
man.
Yep,
That's a
yep,
beautiful thing, man. When you can come together, have a good time, and go home.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
beautiful thing, man.
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to say happy birthday to the late great Tupac Shakur. Um, would have been 54 here today, and
Mhm.
yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You think about where hip hop would be if he was still here.
Is that a question you
I
asking me?
mean, I
Oh,
thought you were
okay.
about to come in with something, so
I
I
was
kind of
thinking, but I
paused
was
for a
trying to.
second, like,
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes you wonder.
like yeah,
So
it definitely does. It make you wonder, man.
yeah, that was a good take, Dale. Because I'm going to say this: I don't think Tupac would do anything but samples, or probably a feature here and there. I don't even think Tupac would like what the music industry of hip hop is.
I don't think he will like what's going on with this at
I
all.
don't either. I think he would be another specimen of a Snoop Dogg. He's
Yeah,
just popular. You know what I mean? He's just everywhere because Tupac, for people to hate in the '90s, all the way to when he passed. After that, he was glorified, man.
yeah,
Schools
yeah,
everywhere. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I think it would be you know, he probably wouldn't mess with it. I think he'll be more with the acting. I think if
Yeah.
that's correctly, I don't know, but I don't think he would like what's going on now. To be truthful, but I would love to hear Future and Tupac on a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Andre 3000 and Big Mike or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think he will be with the shit though. But
Yeah, for sure. Hey, yo, what up, Killer? Shout out to Certified Pressure, man. Him and Gator got a pod and it's called Certified Pressure, and I see what y'all doing over there, man. I'm proud of y'all. Keep it up, keep going. Definitely want to give y'all some love and support on the JL show. Yeah, I think that music. See, I don't know how much different music would be. Raul, big dog, what's going on, man? What's going on, big dog? Like I think the way music is will probably still be here, but I do believe, for sure, man, it's getting better. Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, appreciate it. I think that if I think he would be still more outspoken. Cause I'm glad you said that because I wanted to ask the question off of that. So, like, do you think that the rappers of our generation who are still here and still produce music, like, do you think it's a PR stunt when when they're asked about the music and the direction of the music and how a lot of them just be like, yeah, I like what's going on and everything, like, because I think Pac would have been the one to be like, dog, I don't like this shit at all. Like, I think it's trash.
it's only Tupac and one other person that would say that, and I think that would be Pimp C, who's not here.
I mean, he was saying that shit. I mean, he saw it.
No, yeah. So if he saw it and exposed it when he did, you couldn't imagine what Tupac would have said if he was still later, here during those times. That he would have probably said some off the wall shit too. But I think it is possibly a PR. But then again, I think it's a respectful thing. Like, we had our time.
For sure.
People didn't understand that, so I'm gonna, understand y'all shit respectfully and say, hey, I like the way it's going.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah, for sure, man. We always give a love out here, Killer. You already know what this show's about. This show is about love. Cause what it do? What it do, EP? What love do around here, man?
And love wins, man. You can't
For
win
sure.
without no love.
For sure.
If you hating, you losing. So hey,
For sure. Hey, man, got a couple shout outs. Hey, so I watched the BET Awards. I didn't catch it the day it aired, but I watched it, another day after that. And this new 106 in Sports they got coming out. They got a spinoff of 106 in Park, but they call it 106 in Sports. And basically, they're bringing hip hop, the culture, fashion, all of that shit to the forefront because of course, if you can't deny the fact that fashion, culture, and hip hop all goes together. And it'll be hosted by Cam Newton. Shout out to Big Cam. And his co-host Ashley Nicole Moss, who's also a sports reporter. So I thought that's pretty dope. Like, I'm anxious to see how they spin it off. Would they incorporate the how music videos and or whatever are like? I'm interested to see how they do that. But I thought that was pretty dope that BET, to be honest, are making the necessary steps to make sure that this music genre of hip hop and everything that it stands for remains relevant. So definitely want to give a shout out to that.
I agree. I haven't seen the BET Awards probably since 2012 or 10, but the culture has spent away from what made BET to me. I'm happy that BET is trying to do some things towards that because people forget. If you under 35 years old, you might not remember this. Remember they had BET World News where they would tell news for Black people positive around the nation. They need to get that back. Now BET fell off with just showing videos. And now it seems like Tyler Perry owns BET. That's all we seeing. I'm being honest.
I'm dead serious. I believe it.
What about, the basement where the freestyle, all of that was the culture. I remember we used to put the VHS tapes in and hit the record button,
Yeah,
or set the timer to record off the TV to be able to see the interviews and all
yeah,
this and get a more understanding of your artist.
yeah.
Now you don't. Don't
It's all
forget
movies
Video
and
Soul,
shows.
Video
Yeah,
Soul, Donnie's, all that shit was culture for us. Me and
yeah,
my sister used to have dance offs during that. All right,
yeah.
next video they play your time. All right, now my time.
Hell yeah,
I'm glad BT trying to do something. But do I
yeah.
think Cam's the right person? I don't know. I have to check it out because Cam's a little controversial at times.
I
So
mean, it can be.
I respect
I
it.
I would think that maybe they're putting some things in that contract in place
Yeah,
to make sure this thing runs smooth. But
yeah,
yeah, I like that they're trying to,
absolutely.
kind of revise, how BT was. And
Yeah.
on that note, though, little condolence, Ananda Lewis.
Mhm.
And you talking about first crushes, like TV crushes when it comes to voice jockeys and just her love for hip hop and
Mhm.
her style and her presence and
Yeah.
yeah, passed away at 52, man, with a long battle with breast cancer. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, that was a hard one, for the industry itself, because she was
Yeah.
such an advocate for the industry. She was so in love with music and hip hop, and she always did a great job on, I mean, MTV.
Hmm.
I believe she was on what BT Summit. I
Hmm.
mean, it's just the list goes on and on of what she did, and definitely just want to let her fans and family know from the JO show and from JO and EP. Definitely, just sorry for your loss. Definitely sending
Hmm.
you condolences, and yeah, that was a tough one. And then also, excuse me, we outside here, so if you hear some jets, that's just what happens here on the JL show, man. We
It's all
outside,
right.
we live, it's right to now. You feel me? Um, legendary funk pioneer, man, Sly Stone, baby. Definitely, definitely lived a decent life though. He was 82 when he passed, and but again, another pioneer of
Hmm.
what we represent as a culture in black music. So
Yeah.
just wanted to give those condolences to the families of those two individuals. And yeah, it's a
It's
tough thing, man.
it's
Tough thing.
ironic that you say that about Sly. Sly had one of the best concerts at where I'm wearing now at John Carroll. My dad seen Sly and the Stones, and he said that
Wow.
was one of the most cocaine party at John Carroll he ever been to in his life. No, I'm just being honest. It's funny
Oh,
that
I
you
believe
say
it, because
that.
I've seen the
I
slide
can,
built.
if you
So
go to
yeah.
John Carroll, matter of fact, I will try to get my mom to send me my dad's book at John Carroll where Sly in there rocking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's real culture because Sly was a rock and roll dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yes.
people came after him. So I mad respect for Sly and his family, as well as everybody's first crush. She was one of the most beautiful and still is the most beautiful woman that I ever seen. Her and the one girl from I forget the little Jamaican thing that used to be on BT. They was my first crushes. Both of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget her name. Golly, but
Was was it Caribbean something? Caribbean
yeah, Caribbean
soul
with
or
Rachel something or
yeah.
something was her
Yeah.
name. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, them two was my crushes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Ain't nobody stunting you, Raul, right now.
Right.
We
Ain't
can break
nobody
it
study
down.
roll. We saw it
Yeah,
the first time. I put it
yeah,
up there. Ain't
yeah,
nobody think about you right now,
yeah,
big dog. Appreciate you for giving it to how you
yeah,
always do, man.
yeah.
Another huge shout out, man, as we coming off of Father's Day. I want to shout out San Quentin Prison. Sounds crazy, but um they gave 16 inmates a daddy-daughter dance for Father's Day.
Oh wow.
So let me just start there. Um, they They gave the fathers the full treatment, got them tuxedos and everything that they needed, changed the whole cafeteria and things around for
Hmm.
them, and rolled out the red carpet, and one by one you saw the daughters coming down, and just the emotions from
Yeah,
the fathers and the daughters, man. I mean, some of
yeah.
them hadn't seen their daughters in years, some of them ain't seen them in decades.
Wow,
And the
wow.
prison, I guess they've been fighting for this for a minute, and they finally realized how powerful this can be. Now, I'm pretty sure these men were lighter sentences, you know,
Good
and
behaviors.
yeah, good behavior or whatnot. But to be able to have an opportunity to share that moment
Right.
on Father's Day,
Hmm.
and for the warden and for the whole state and everybody to allow this to happen, man, that shit just, it was so powerful. There's a documentary out if you guys want to watch it. I believe it's on Netflix. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, but I know there's a documentary out about the San Quentin daddy daughter dance on Father's Day. And I mean, if you didn't get emotional, just seeing the pictures and
Uh-huh.
some of the video that they did show, just man, I mean, like soon as they made eye contact, they're just like balling and embracing, and they just was allowed to be fathers for a day, like if nothing else, if just for a day, man. They danced, they played games, they shared a great meal. It
Hmm.
wasn't no prison food, you feel me? They put the meal
Hmm.
together, and then at the end the fathers all wrote a letter to their
To their
daughters,
daughters.
and
Yeah.
they were all
Hmm.
able to stand up there and recite them in front of the family. And it was just, I mean, when you hear about prisons and you hear about the conditions and you hear about everything negative about it, you just don't hear too much empowerment shit like this. And I mean, of course, they do classes and you can get your diploma and trades. I get all that, but for men
Hmm.
that spends every single Father's Day in there,
Hmm.
knowing how much they miss their children, to have that opportunity, man, there was no way I could not put this story on here on the jail show. Shout out again to San Quentin Prison. Telling you, dude, that was the dopest shit I saw all weekend. And
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. And I want to say that just to piggyback, a lot of people are incarcerated for things that they done. A lot of times people forget that they are human. And
yeah,
that to me, I think they should start doing that worldwide.
period.
And the
Like,
reason
dude,
I'm going to say that is just because this could make men get their shit together and remember, I don't want to be behind these bars dancing with my daughter. So when I get out, I'm not focusing on the negative or the bullshit. I'm focusing on that moment that I had. So this
yeah,
way I can come out a different man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like I said, some probably on good behavior, some probably got long terms. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That
yeah,
you gotta work to get privilege. So
yeah, for sure.
that might, another reason why I said I wanted to be across the country is because this might help men that's in there
Are you kidding me?
as well to help. Hey man, I want to see my daughter.
Are you
Because when
kidding
you
me?
have a visit, you can't touch nobody or
You
no
can't do none of
physical
that. Yeah,
activity. So now I want to hug my daughter, bro. That I'm getting my shit together in here. So I know I
yeah,
got 10 years, but I know they said
yeah,
I gotta have 5 to get this, this dance.
yeah.
So I ain't mean to be long winded on it,
Oh
but
no, that was.
yeah,
I mean, you couldn't have said it better myself, dog. Like that's everything I thought about. Like, if after that day, those men didn't go back to they cell or they bunkers, whatever they thought, whatever they call it, and really analyze and think about everything, and then the inmates that didn't have that opportunity, that saw how lit up and how fucking excited these men were to have that
right,
opportunity.
right,
You're not gonna try to. So like, yeah, it cannot be nothing but beneficial.
yeah,
And like you said, I hope that across the entire United States, man, they
yeah.
adopt that. And when you hear
Because
San Quentin,
here's
it's like
yeah,
you think of the
here's a
worst.
here's another thing too. The emotional aspect was for me why I probably won't watch it, but I would love to. Is I'll probably be bawling in tears just to hear the letters that was
Yeah,
read
it's
out loud.
impossible not to. Yep,
Yeah,
it's impossible not to. Yeah,
you sometimes you got a lot of fuckery to say to yourself, man, I did some dumb shit and I'm out of your life because of this and that I put on myself that I just want to express I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to think some of
Yeah, man.
you got to think some of them are going off of baby pictures,
Yeah,
and then see this young
yeah,
adult walking down. It's
yeah,
like, no, that fucks you up.
yeah.
Like,
When
of
you
course, you
see
think about your. I
5 year
was,
old, 7 year
yeah,
old, you know the little pictures
yeah,
growing up to. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
tough.
again, to get that interaction that you would not be able to get, man, priceless. So I just definitely wanted to let San Quentin know, like, I think he started something, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
y'all done started something, and I'm happy. I'm happy for that. Got a little bit of interesting, funny news for you, dog. So, a 21-year-old man from Saudi Arabia was in Clearwater, Florida, and he went to a strip club because he just turned 21. He wanted to go to a strip club.
Right, right.
And I'm not sure if Saudi Arabia has strip clubs, so I don't think he knows how things go. But he called the police because the stripper wouldn't give him no sex after he paid her $300 for the champagne room experience. Now,
Mhm.
this strip club has a $300 30-minute champagne room experience.
Right.
It don't say nothing about fucking. It's just a
No.
champagne room. And I've always heard that there's no sex in the champagne room. So I've heard. But little homie was like, I asked her for sex and she took my money. And she didn't say anything like, well, you know you're not getting no sex before you took
Hmm.
my money.
Hmm.
And you took my money. We went to the room and nothing happened. And he proceeded to stay on the phone and wait for the police to get here because, damn it, she robbed me.
Yeah.
And they ended up taking his ass to jail for unlawful use of 911 because
Yeah.
clearly, sir, that's not happening.
He just in there for a weekend. He went to court today.
Yeah, he got. I
He
mean, well,
out.
he bailed
Yeah.
out that same night.
Okay. But he went to
But
court today.
but
Yeah.
yeah, and what made me start to think though, I'm like, but wasn't that fucked up though? Because I gave you 300 and I told
No.
you what I wanted.
No.
You were supposed to
I
tell me, well, that ain't gonna happen, honey bun. You know, what I mean, that ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen,
I'm
sweetie.
gonna tell you what happened. Just people have spidey sense. I have my nigga sense.
Oh
The
shit.
nigga sense was I know Raul went there, and Raul came back and told us he paid $300 and he fucked Sparkle. Okay,
God damn it.
so this nigga couldn't wait to turn 21, go there and ask for Sparkle, and told her, "Hey, look, I already know what time it is. I'm ready." And it wasn't that time. Sparkle wasn't feeling that nigga. Because they always say there's no
Oh
sex in the
shit.
champagne room, but we all know what can go. $300? Are
Okay,
you kidding me?
yeah.
Nigga,
Yeah,
bye. She ain't want to
300.
fuck him. She ain't want to fuck him. So he got on
Yeah.
the phone quickly.
That dude
Yeah,
was sorry, like, oh fuck that. I'm
that's
calling the
what
cops.
happened. Yeah.
And
Raul told him, yeah, Sparkle gonna set you
yeah,
off, nigga.
it ain't gonna happen what you think is gonna happen in there. Nope.
Mm-mm,
I gave her the money.
mm-mm.
I told her what I was wanted, and she didn't give it to me. And I said, yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy. Because at the end of the day, you went to jail. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
again, you got bailed out, but you bailed yourself out.
yeah.
But yeah, no sex
Bad.
in the champagne room, people. Is it?
Well,
That is
might
the
be
question.
over in Saudi Arabia.
Well, this happened in the U.S. This was
Florida. Yeah, I know. I said it must
was
happen
it?
in Saudi Arabia. It don't
Yeah.
happen over here. That
Oh
he
yeah.
already just went straight in. Like, yep, I'm gonna hold on to this 300.
I ain't about to throw no
But
ones.
nothing.
I ain't about to have a drink and chill. I'm
Straight to the
going
room.
straight to this. I ain't trying to do shit else. Here go my down payment. Let's
Yeah.
get to work here. And
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was just he was so upset.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He went on the whole assumption.
He was so upset. He couldn't
I
get
feel
no
bad
buns,
for him.
dog.
Yeah.
I gave you 300. You ain't giving me no
Yeah.
buns, man. You gonna give me the leg shake and the booty clap for a half hour, and you gonna give me nothing for 300, man. Give me my money
And
back. Or call the
do
police.
you know what strip club it is? Did it say no, or just Clearwater, Florida?
It might have said it. I'm not too sure,
Okay.
but let me see. Yes, it's the Oz Gentleman Club in Clearwater, Florida. Yes, and
Okay.
yeah,
Everybody
young
know
boy,
not to go there if
young
you
boy was
tripping.
trying to go see the wizard, doc. He was trying to go see the wizard one time, baby. I ain't trying to have a good
Imagine,
time in this bitch.
just
I'm trying
imagine
to have a
if
good time in this bitch.
you got a minimum wage job and you just saved up for this moment. Nigga, I ain't
And,
taking
he,
no friends. I'm going straight there for myself. And that's
and
what
then
happened.
look,
I go to
he
jail.
didn't
I go
want
to
some
jail on
more.
my birthday.
No, Raul. He was trying to get something. He said, yes, one of the employees at Oz Gentlemen's Club took $300 from me and did not give me sex. And they were like, okay, well, you
Come
stay on
with
the
us,
line,
sir.
buddy. Yeah, you
Yeah,
stay
come
on the
with
line until
us.
we get there, because yeah,
Yeah.
but God, fucks me up. Like, yeah, you gotta know better,
Mhm.
y'all.
Yeah.
You don't pay for something you don't get. Like, this ain't like the drive-through line when you pay at one window, then you gotta go down to the other one to get your shit.
No.
Something like that, dog. You need to be mindful. This ain't Saudi Arabia. This is America, and they will do you
Wow.
dirty.
Yes, sir.
America will do you dirty. So yeah, I thought
I
that was
want to
pretty
know
dope.
who told them, like, it's a guarantee. You go here on your birthday. Just take 300, bro. You're gonna be
Yeah,
good.
somebody
Like,
did.
somebody
Somebody
had
did.
to.
Yeah.
Like I
But
said, his boy told him, nigga, I got my fuck on my birthday in the champagne room. I fucked Sparkle. Now this nigga thought he was gonna get it.
Mhm.
She said no and
Nope.
kept the money,
And
disappeared
kept
in the
the money.
basement. Yeah.
And took him to the back and gave him a half an hour of entertainment that didn't involve intercourse. And he said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This ain't what I asked for.
No, not
Well,
at all.
I didn't I just be like,
No.
damn, you could have told him, man, you wasn't giving none that taking
Man,
his
you
money.
could have took a chick to the
This
bar
is
and got her
America, baby.
drunk for
This is
$300.
America, baby. We take. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all we do is take. This is America, baby. You better know better. I
Mm,
felt bad for the young man though, because he was dead ass serious and upset.
I don't,
Uh,
but yeah,
it happens, like, you know, it
it
happens.
happens. Yeah.
Hey, so look, I guess as we getting ready to bring our guest on, let me ask you one question. Would you trade Darius Garland for Drew Holiday?
Yes or no? Drew Holiday is more of a solidified point guard, but to me, Drew doesn't shoot as much as Garland. That's
Yeah,
all I
he does.
want to say.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't average as much as Garland.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
last year Drew Holiday averaged like 11 points,
Yeah.
and Garland was like 20. He averaged like 20 points. So
Yeah.
like, there's your discrepancy. For me, it was like yeah and no. But one part
Yeah.
of my no is like it's a 10-year gap. Like,
Yeah.
Drew is 35, Garland is 25.
Right.
I see
Exactly.
the upside of the 25-year-old. Like, even though when you talk about, and again, I give you kudos on Darius Garland with the toe, trying
Yeah.
to play his best form of defense out
Mhm.
of just about everybody. But I will say Drew Holiday plays much better. I mean, much better defense. But I'm
And he's
like,
a better point guard. You
yeah,
know.
I think because you got 35, you're 35, you got years
Hmm.
in on
Hmm.
Garland. So
Hmm.
yeah, so that's a part of my yes. But then the no is the fact that you're 35 and Garland is 25, and we still need scoring. Like, we still need people to score. So I do understand that
Hmm.
you know, that could be something, man. But yeah, so I think we all queued up here, E. I am going to allow you to bring him in before I punch him in. I see him, he's all ready to go here. So
All right. Well, if you're a Cleveland Heights native, this guy is a successful one. He has turned wood into a piece of art and called it a piece of Cleveland. I need y'all to be respectful and understand this man is somebody that also is a sponsor for my favorite boxer that I've been talking about forever, JL, Abdullah Mason. Give it
yep.
up for my boy, Seth Harrison.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing,
What's up
sir?
with it, brother?
Good, good. What's up with you?
Nothing. We just chilling. Welcome to the JL Show Unedited. I see you looking clean. You doing it in the car? Is that where you at?
Yeah. Pulled up to my
Okay.
daughter's softball game, so I might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
try to
dig it.
catch 2 for 1. What's
I
up with y'all?
appreciate
I can dig it. Well,
you.
give us a
Go
little
ahead.
bit of the aspect of what a piece of Cleveland is.
A piece of Cleveland is wood that we recycle from the trees we cut down from nature's beauty. We take it and give it a second life, and I don't know. That's,
Well, you
that's
could give
basically.
us a little bit more than that. You know, they make tables. You can
Yeah,
get
we
some
make tables,
tables.
coffee tables,
So-
custom signage, anything you want, we can create. We made those belts for Abdullah. I mean, so sky's the limit when it comes to it. You know.
Yeah, and I seen
Uh,
you had other people, comedians, other sports figures, and things of that nature. And it's
yeah,
like I said, being from Cleveland Heights, people don't understand that's the greatest, to me, the greatest city, greatest high school to ever come from. Me and his brother, ladies and gentlemen, came from the same high school in '98, and this man has just turned something from trees into a piece of art. And I
right.
think that's. I just want to give you your flowers out there, Seth, because it's a lot of shit you could be doing, but you did it the right way, and that's where we want to go ahead and give you a shout out and praise, man.
For
I
sure,
appreciate
for sure. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm Jo. Nice to meet you, sir.
it.
Quick question though: the name, a piece of Cleveland. How did it come to you?
Uh, Really, a piece of Cleveland. I bought the brand from this guy that went to Heights, where he used to tear down old houses and tell you what neighborhood the trees came. I mean, the wood came from when they like deconstructed the house and stuff like that. So when he was selling his business, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I bought some woodworking equipment from him, and then I'm like, what you doing with that name? Because I thought the name was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah,
like, you know what? These trees still come from Cleveland. This still is a piece of Cleveland. So I'm rock with it. So
Hmm.
that's how I came up with it.
yeah, that's for sure,
But
man. That's a good look. Another thing. So when you get the tree and you about to create, like, what inspires you, or where do you get your inspiration to create whatever you want to create next?
we kind of just let the wood do the talking.
Yes,
We
sir.
look at it, and once we slice it open, it's like opening a box of chocolate. You know, the candy when the kids were, like that mystery lollipop. You don't know what
Yeah,
flavor you get.
yeah.
That's how it is with the trees, for real, for real. I mean, I get excited. So stuff like that.
Now let me
And how
ask
did
you
you get
this.
into it? I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go
Eli.
ahead, Jo.
Like,
I
how
don't
did you
mean it.
get into this though?
From the tree service. I have a tree service called Nature's
Right.
Beauty Tree Service.
Okay.
So
So let me rephrase it. So how did you get into the tree service business? Right.
I started off landscaping.
Okay.
Then, landscaping, like making the money good, good amount of money is like $500 a day. Tree service like a good $5,000 a day. So I'm like, it was a no brainer. I went over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And
you
I
know,
also hear that you got Dairy King popping off. We don't support Dairy Queen. We only do
right.
Dairy
Dairy
King.
King, South
Yeah.
Hewlett, 4321 Mayfield. You know,
Okay.
Okay. So that's you. Yeah. Because when he said it, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that before. Like, yeah, I've dealt
right,
with Dairy King. I know exactly what that's at.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been around for the lady I bought it from. She had it for 25 years prior. So that boy is. I used to go there after my baseball game. So that's why I
Yeah.
bought it for real.
Now, now looking at this guy, you wouldn't know. Back when I was at Roxborough, I believe Seth went to Wiley. Am I right?
Monticello.
Monticello.
Hmm.
Monticello, I'm sorry. And was a hockey player. I couldn't
Right.
believe that. Yeah, was
Right.
a
Wow.
hockey player. Could
Yeah.
skate, you know. No,
I was good too.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That was the first half nigga I knew that could play
Yeah.
motherfucking hockey. I
Right.
thought that was amazing.
Flat
I
out.
was like, he used to come to our football games like, hey, that's the hockey playing nigga. Yeah. So besides that, Saz, what I was gonna say, how did you get into the sponsorship of Abdullah due to the fact that yet you're a part of a championship team, man? I mean, that is a beautiful thing. How did you
Man,
step into that?
well, I know his father. I know his father well, and then once you get to know him, man, and you see their hard work and dedication and discipline, and how well them kids listen to their dad. All I could think is like, man, I wish my kids could listen to me like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if my kids don't want to listen to me, I want to sponsor and support them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Hmm.
And that's how I slowly got in there. And then his father was like, hey, got ESPN coming in town doing a little film. What's up? Can you do this or that? And
Uh,
I sent this over to my dude at A Piece of Cleveland. his name Aaron. I let him run the shop, do everything over there now. I focus on
Okay.
the tree service. And he was like, he came up with them belts. And I'm like, man, them belts was fire.
They
So when
were.
they came, they just put it together. And I'm like, you know what? This is dope, man. Like, they on the movement. You know, like, you see where their money going. They ain't bullshitting. You know,
Right.
they still humble. They still drive an old school
Yeah.
Suburban. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, that ain't nothing. They keeping their agenda A, B,
Straight
and
to
C.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight
Straight
to
to
it.
it.
They
Yeah.
ain't worried about no women. They ain't worried about
Yeah.
nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
No kicking it, no smoking, no drinking, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you know, hanging around them will change your life. You know what I'm saying?
For
Because
sure.
I can't be the only one smoking and drinking, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Well, me and Jo are smoking and drinking, and we need a sponsor as well. So if you ever want to go ahead and sponsor us, we will.
yeah, hey, I definitely partake, but it's a time and place for it.
For sure. Yeah.
No, we need the sponsorship. I'm just saying we do. You know what I mean?
We the people I got.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. So for people who watch Abdullah, like on the
Somebody
TV screen,
microphone.
yeah. Hold up.
Somebody microphone. So okay,
Yeah.
try it. Mm-hmm.
I hear the static a little bit.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know where it's coming from though. Okay. Yeah. So, man, that's crazy.
I don't know where it's coming from. Go ahead. You can just go ahead.
So for those that watch Abdullah on TV, you get to see him up close. Like, how good is he?
It's hard to hear. You said the people that watch Abdullah, what?
How good is he?
Oh man, I'm thinking like this the only competition they got. You know, he just it's like ABC. He just putting them up, put them down. So I'm excited about this next fight. See who the number one contender is because I really didn't know too much information about him. Um, so yeah, they're supposed to bring the next fight, which is supposed to be the title fight, either to Cleveland or the United Kingdom. So
Yeah. I hope it's in Cleveland so that way. I talked to Tez on Father's Day, and I said, I talked to Seth, and he started laughing. I said, you missed out on 2 fights that I would have went to. And he was like, yeah. I said, but Seth told me he don't fuck with me, so we was cracking up laughing. Me, him, and
what you
Seth.
say?
I
Wait,
think
the
it's
last
your Bluetooth.
fight you said?
I think it's your Bluetooth.
Mine?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
your Bluetooth. If you take it off your Bluetooth, I think it's your Bluetooth.
How about now?
Yeah, that's a lot better, but it's still a little staticky. But don't worry about it.
I turned my Bluetooth off. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I said I
yeah.
was talking to Tez for Father's Day, and I told him that I was gonna have you on, and I told him that he missed out on a couple of fights that I would have went, but Seth told me he don't fuck with me, so we was laughing.
No, man. Everybody got tickets for sale. You know, I even buy my own ticket. So
Yeah,
you gotta be in the building. Though it's a different experience. Uh, I've been trying to give him that nickname for a long time called Main Event because he's always stealing the show. So
hmm
I think the name should be Abdullah Main Event Mason.
yeah, I like that. Like I've been watching him
Yeah.
ever since he was at Golden Glove, him and his brother. And I fell in love with their discipline, like you talked about earlier. Just the discipline that he has, and the fact that he's taking these people in and out of the ring is just something so impressive to me. It's just something so impressive
Right.
to me. Now, let me ask you this. What did you think about the Keyshawn Davis situation since you were in the building?
I mean, you know what happened at the press conference? They were talking, saying he was number 2 and, he's coming for that number 1 spot. And then the momentum shift,
Yeah,
I was there, and after that, everything, he missed weight, they started fighting in the locker room. It could have been no better plan than that. And it wasn't even planned. So
yeah,
it just went from Keyshawn Davis show to the Abdullah Masons. Everybody want to be like the Mason brothers. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
for sure.
thought it was a wonderful thing that Timothy Bradley stepped up and said his favorite fighter now is Abdullah Mason. You know,
right,
so I want
yeah,
to
I read
see Abdullah and Tank fight.
and Tank.
Yeah,
You know that shit. Little by little, they coming.
yeah,
You know, they still working on it, still developing. You know what I'm saying? Getting that. You know,
Well,
them good
off of that,
contenders.
yeah, I'm sorry, Seth, I can't hear. On top of that, what is the worst experience that you had? So we could let the viewers know. So if they need a tree chopped down, don't call you with the bullshit. What's the worst experience you ever had?
What's the worst experience that I had?
Yeah, have you ever cut down a tree and the motherfucker ain't pay you, or what? You know?
Oh yeah. You know,
Oh
you get
no.
those type of people, you know, that want to play crazy every now and then, you know, but I don't know. That's why I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? That little one, you know, I'm blessed. Long story short, that's what I tell them. You can play what you want, you know what I'm saying? My blessings just multiply.
Yeah, amen
Absolutely.
to that. Amen to that. Well, we're gonna let you go because we're getting static feedback. I don't know if it's just because where you at or whatever. But on top of that, I thank you for coming on. I thank you for being a part of the
Thank you
JO
so much.
Unedited show, brother.
All right, yeah, we'll get it worked out. We can probably run it back.
All right, for
Okay,
sure.
all right.
Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you. Yep.
All
Appreciate it.
right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was a Bluetooth in his car, you know.
yeah. Well, we do apologize. We were trying to bring on someone who has an outstanding like this look, this piece of Cleveland, y'all have to check it out. Like you have to see the work he does with these trees. Like it is absolutely mind blowing, dog.
It
Like
is.
it is
From a
absolutely mind blowing. And coming from Cleveland Heights and making sure he represents that, like, yeah. So please, y'all, check that out. We sorry about the technical difficulties. We will try to get him back on because it was a lot of things I wanted to ask, but I just
yeah,
couldn't do
it
it.
kept on popping. Yeah. I get
Couldn't
it,
even do
JL.
it anymore. But listen,
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for sticking around and trying to bear with it. We are on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Instagram. At Instagram, they hit that link that's in the bio. At the Jail Show, one word unedited. On Facebook and YouTube, at the Jail Show, one word unedited. On Twitch, one word,
One word.
Jail Show unedited. Jeez, I'm trying, man. Twitch is really it's something, man. I tell
Yeah.
you. Hey, I saw something. They said that Baker Mayfield should be considered. Or maybe this, and I don't know if this is like just some AI generated shit, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So I'll rephrase it and ask it as I'm asking a question. Do you think that Baker Mayfield should go into the Ring of Honor at some point at the Cleveland Browns Stadium?
Yeah, man. What he did was not automatically him,
Yeah,
but from when he came out of meaning the sideline, I will never forget against the Jets
yep. Thursday night.
and walked that game down
Yeah,
and won. That's the only real historic. Then the fact that we seen a playoff with him. But I just want to slow down a little bit on Baker because we still got some prospects that's in the working right now that might really be in the ring of honor at Cleveland Brown Stadium. But I can't knock Baker, but no. I'm
yeah,
going to say no. Yay, no. I'm cool.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Hey, look, your boy Flow Rider, the boy Flow Rider, he is uh breaking ground, creating the first fully black owned shopping plaza in his hometown of Miami.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, I saw it. I said, wow, it will
Yeah,
be the first black owned mall in Miami Gardens. Like,
that's sweet.
and it's gonna definitely bring some economic growth to the area. He's gonna be trying to put on major people with jobs, and we need more of that people. And I say that because, again, I don't live in Miami, but I think people get inspired by what people do. You know, if you should, because it's either inspiration or you hate.
Right.
So, yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. I mean, I only hit with Flow Rider with the the apple bottom jeans and the boots with the spurs and all that
Yeah,
shit. But
yeah,
the dude has a lot of music out here, whether we like it or not.
yeah,
He made a lot of money for himself, and I think that was a great way to try to give back to his community.
yeah.
So
It is. It
just
is.
think about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
ways to give back to your community. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
I
I thought that
like
was
it.
pretty dope.
I
Yeah, I
would
did.
like to actually venture the mall and see what the mall is all
Yeah,
about. I definitely want to go to the food court if it's all black. I definitely could
you get
imagine
me? Hell yeah.
the eateries in there.
Hell yeah.
And I just got breaking news: Kevin Durant just signed with the New York Knicks. So
Oh, with the who?
Knicks
Kevin Durant
is now a
signed with
Knick.
the New York Knicks.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Durant has signed with the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
Did it say for
I
what?
didn't get it. I didn't get to check it off. I just want to let
Mm.
y'all know Durant is now with the Knicks. So the Cavs, back to y'all. We got to make some moves.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? I
I,
mean, shit. What's your
I
thoughts on
mean,
that?
my thing is the Knicks gonna still be the Knicks. They not going nowhere. They gonna get right where they at, and they're not going nowhere. That I
Yeah.
think they won't get past the next round. I mean, I just don't see them making it to no further than the Eastern Conference Finals or the second round of the playoffs. It's the Knicks. They don't have a coach.
I mean,
Remember, they just fired
and they can't
Thibodeau.
find one on top of it
No,
because you
right
just
on
did
top of that, that was
some
the
dirty shit
dumbest
to Thibodeau.
move.
Like,
Right? Yeah.
yeah, you
So do
gonna
you
fire
call
this coach
Ted?
that didn't deserve it and then add
Do,
somebody you want to jump here?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nah.
I had to piggyback off Cameron. Do you call
Dude.
that nigga back now? Ted
Right, like,
Cruz
hey,
was fucking around.
hey,
Yeah,
Tom. Yeah. And I bet he'll be like, what, nigga, boo, your ass out of here. No.
exactly. They don't
Yeah.
even have a coach, bro.
Yeah. So so I don't think they thought about that. Like, how do you
No.
campaign for a coach when you just did some dirty shit to a coach?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that should still be that should have been the worst of your problems. Like, I mean, that should have been the least of your problems is your head coach.
Hmm.
They are. They are. What up, Bourbon? They are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I honestly never really liked the Durants. Like his shit.
I
I never
did.
liked
I liked a couple of them, but I don't like the new ones. I like the ones probably 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna work out, JR.
I gotta see what all happened in the deal.
Mm.
What pieces moved.
If anybody knows, just type it in if you
Yeah,
don't mind.
I know if you put the shit on paper, it looks pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, depending on who you got. I mean, Anthony Towns and what's his name, Jalen, and the cat. That don't scare me. You know what I mean?
Brunson,
Yeah,
yeah,
cat,
Brunson,
cat,
Durant,
and Durant.
Towns, uh,
We don't know who missing, so
yeah,
I don't
I don't
want to.
know what missing.
I
So
don't know
yeah,
if Josh Hart is gone or the other cat is
I
gone,
know,
but
right?
it doesn't bother me. But
That's
if
why.
you Cavs, you better make a
Yeah,
move
you gotta
on
do something.
Giannis. Y'all got to get
Yeah,
Giannis or Bron
yeah,
Bron.
they gotta do something.
Yeah,
You gotta do something because yeah, we ran it back with the same squad for the most part, and I hope y'all analyze what we might need. We
yeah,
know as fans, of course, we know everything, but
yeah.
like I hope y'all know what the fuck we
And
need.
and
And
the Cavs have been doing a good job for the last few years, so we can't knock them. It's not like y'all organization like the Cleveland Browns. So
yeah,
we want y'all to just continue doing what y'all doing. Go get Durant or talk to LeBron right now.
yeah. But let me ask a question: would you rather just make the playoffs every year and that's it, or
If that's the Cavs mentality, but mine is no.
yeah,
I need them banners.
yeah, for
I need
sure.
them
Like
banners. Yeah,
especially if you're gonna do the type of shit you did during the regular season, like
right.
we can't keep doing that and then coming up short. Like
I mean, the
can't
shit
do
gets
that.
old. It gets
Yeah,
old.
can't do that.
I mean, I'm happy. It's like sex. I'm happy that I'm getting it, but It's the same position. Come on, let's do some
Switch
different
it,
positions.
change it, rearrange
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
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 real.
yeah.
Hey, that's what's
So
up. Well, listen, as we always do around this time, we get into something we like to call gotta pick ones. And I have some for you all. I hope if you're watching, please go ahead and chime in on these. If you watch it after the fact, please still chime in on these. I love to see your comments and love to see y'all showing support. So without further ado, let's get into this gotta pick one. Hey, hey, Bun B or Big Boy?
woo. Bun B came so hard off of murder that it's still one of the top. But Big Boy, God, I'm gonna go, and I'm sorry, Bun B, if you watch this, because you know I'm a UGK fanatic all the way. I'm gonna have to go ahead with Big Boy. I'm just saying, like Bun B got some hit. Like Bun B's greatest is murder.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when you think of the catalog of Big Boy,
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead with Big Boy, man, out of Outcast.
And look, your approach was so like mine. I have it right wrote down. I said, man, I'm sorry, Bun B.
I'm sorry.
Because I fuck with you. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely going Big Boy. And people don't give him the credit a lot. You know, it's always been Andre 3000. I get that Andre is a motherfucker, but like Big Boy come with shit you gotta really pay attention to, and once you get it, like a lot of people, you might just need to go back and listen because once you get it, you're like, oh shit, like, and it's
Well,
on
I
countless
watched.
tracks.
Yeah, I watched the documentary on. You know,
Yeah,
I choose you. The making of that
yeah,
video, and everybody was scared to go after Andre 3000. So Pimp said, fuck it. Since everybody's scared to follow you, nigga, drop your shit and I'm gonna drop mine. And that nigga killed it. So, that's one of the things
yeah,
that I could give Pimp C, but at the end of the day, can't nobody follow fucking Andre 3000 or
yeah,
probably now with the flute, but can't
yeah,
nobody follow Bun B. Big Boy and
yeah,
Andre 3000, I feel,
yeah,
lyrically wise. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. On to the next one. Hey, hey, movies, Speed or Passenger 57?
I can't recall Speed, so I'm just gonna go Passenger 57. I can
Okay,
remember
so
that
Speed
movie.
was
Yeah.
the bus was hijacked, and it was kind of Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
and the dude put a bomb on them bitch, and they couldn't go below. I think it
Yeah.
was like 60 or something. Or that bitch gonna blow up.
Yeah. I remember that. And it did
Yeah.
blow up. Then it slid across the
It
street.
lightweight blew up because one lady tried to
Yeah.
get off and shit, even though he told your ass not to get off,
Not
and
to
he
get
blew
off.
that bitch
Yeah.
up. Yeah, yeah.
Speed or Passenger 57. I'm still gonna go with Passenger 57. But Speed had that action. I now that
Yeah,
I remember,
it did.
it had that action and suspense. But I'm
Yeah,
still
it
gonna go
did.
with Passenger 57.
That's what's up. I'm going Passenger 57 too. I just think the difference in being on the ground on the bus and being in the air is a little bit different. And
It was.
yeah, snakes on the plane, bro. You crazy. And then
Yeah.
because when he lost his boy, oh boy, that dude flew right up out that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, that's terrible. Like, I'd rather fall off a bus than off a plane any
Hell
day.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But the
Hell yeah.
action was kind of crazy in that movie too,
Yeah.
to simulate, being on the plane and shit. So yeah, that was pretty dope. I'm definitely going Passenger 57 with that one.
Yeah.
That's what's up. On to the next one. Hey, hey. Who's a better linebacker, Ray Lewis or Bobby Boucher?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucheezy, baby.
The reason I'm gonna say that is because the Browns had the draft pick to get Ray Lewis, and them niggas changed the
Of course
name
they
and
did.
went to
That's
the
the right thing.
Ravens. So Bobby Boucher, that nigga had the water. That nigga, that That nigga, you better not say nothing about his mama.
You better not
He ain't
say
had,
nothing about my mama.
yeah, nigga, and he ain't
Period.
even. Only thing Ray got on Bobby is the dance. That's all.
Shit. Yeah.
That's
A
it.
great dance. Ray Lewis had one of the great intro dances.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody
definitely.
picking Bobby. Yeah,
Yeah. Bobby Bushizi,
yeah.
baby. Bubba. Bobby wasn't no bitch, dog. Yeah,
Hell no.
he'd get you hydrated and then knock your ass the fuck out at the same time. And he was balls to the wall. Like Ray Lewis balls to the wall, but Bobby Boucher was balls to the wall, dog.
I want to know what was Bobby Boucher's fucking 40. What was he clocked in with the high knee ride?
It had to be no more than no less than 4.5, like no
It couldn't
higher
have
than
been.
4.5, dog.
No, it couldn't be none but 4.5 because he was
Yeah.
moving. No, he moved on a high
Hey,
step.
hey, that is hilarious, dog. Yeah, Bobby
Yeah,
Boucher was that man, man.
yeah. I wish the
Sorry,
Browns
Ray.
could draft him from the Mud Dogs.
Yeah, from the Mud Dogs, baby.
To the
Yes, sir.
Dogs.
He said, man, Bobby, water sucks. He said, what?
What?
Use it on the field. Oh my
Yeah, don't
God.
forget the case of the crystal water. That's it. That shit
Yeah,
had
bro.
that
What
shit
up, big
had
dog?
the what was it called that they got it now? Red Bull was in that damn water.
Yeah.
That shit was crystal clear. That gave everybody energy, nigga. Then
Oh,
straight off the ground
shit.
with the flip. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Oh, to the next one. Hey, hey. All right, man, you get to bring one back. A Walkman or a two-way pager?
I'm gonna have to go with the Walkman.
Yeah.
I've never had a two-way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I never had the two-way. No. So I'm gonna go with the Walkman. I don't want the pager. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I'm going two-way just because like I don't know, I was never big on like Walkmans unless I was like getting ready for a game or something. Like
Right.
I
That's what
just
I'm saying.
wasn't
Yeah.
like walking around with the Walkman on all the time, but I was walking around all the time with a two-way. And at one point you couldn't respond to a page. You had to find a payphone
Yeah.
and do it that way. So when a two-way came out, it was like game changer for me. But you know,
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I just never had one. I
yeah, for
guess
sure.
just because it was a little bit more expensive. But that CD Walkman, especially if you had that good one, where
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. The CD
the
Walkman dog, you had to walk lightly. You had to tread
yeah,
softly with the CD
yeah.
joint. The
But if
cassette
you
tape's a
had
little bit different.
yeah, but then if you had that CD Walkman that had the
The shock proof on it or some shit.
not the shockproof jail, which with the equalizer on there, where you could, turn up the bass and the
Hmm.
treble and all that shit on it. Boy, that was a bad motherfucker. You'll go through some earphones blowing them out with that
Yeah,
thing. But
for
you're
sure.
right. No matter what kind of Walkman it was, shock or not, that one drop, nigga. We ready to fight. You know what I mean?
We ready to work. If
We
you
get
bump
ready to
into
work.
me, we ready to work.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yep. Or you do some dumb shit and just get up because it wasn't no wireless headphones back there and that
No,
bitch fall
none of that.
down. You mad
Headphones
at
was back to
yourself.
shit.
Scratch
Yeah,
your CD and everything. But yeah, I definitely want the Walkman back. I want one now, to be honest,
that's
just
up.
to
Yeah.
play
All
my
right.
CDs.
So we was cleaning up the basement and shit, and I found I had a cassette tape recorder.
Uh-huh.
Dog, fuck me up. Like,
Did you find any tapes to play on it?
yeah, I do. I gotta get some batteries. Like, I literally found
Yeah.
it Saturday. Like, I gotta
Okay.
get some batteries see if that shit still work. But fuck me up, dog. Yeah, it's like dropping chains, book. Like,
Yeah.
god damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is hilarious. But yeah, I said, holy shit. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna get some batteries when I get off work tomorrow. See what it dooski.
Oh,
That's
it's
funny.
gonna do the do.
Yes,
It's
sir.
gonna do the
Hey,
do.
oh, to the next one. It's my last one too. Hey, hey, hey. So who wins in a foot race? DJ Khaled or Rick Ross?
Ross.
Yeah.
Ross.
You think Ross gonna give it to him?
Yeah, because all Caleb gonna say is, let's run another one. Another one.
And
Another one.
another one.
Yeah,
Damn.
and another one. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I do know Rick Ross lost some weight, and I seen DJ Khaled running before, and if I had to give it to one, I would say Rick Ross because I haven't seen him run before. I just know he lost a couple lbs.
Yeah.
But if DJ Khaled's gonna run how I saw him run before, then yeah, he don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross could walk to the
Oh
final
shit!
finish line, whatever. If they
That
ran pole to pole, that nigga could just run a little bit and walk. Caleb, hey. Another one. And another one.
and another one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yep.
bro, you're funny. Not the Iron Man, not the Iron Man turned woman. Dude is hilarious, man. And you got any gotta pick ones?
I was thinking of one because you brought up a good one when it came to linebacker. I'm trying to think two linebackers of the Cleveland Browns, and I had DeQuell, and I was thinking of somebody else, but it won't come out. So no, I was gonna say Clay Matthews or
Yeah,
somebody
I
like
was gonna
that,
lean
but
towards that as well.
yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah,
I ain't got one this week, ladies and gentlemen. I like them now that you own it because you pulling some tough ones. Like last week was the best.
yeah,
Like
for
I
sure.
still can't get over the Bishop and O Dog fight. Like
Sick. He go beat him up and then come back and
the,
shoot his ass.
then Bishop gonna
Oh
come back and
shit.
shoot him. Yeah.
with the big Tim's on.
Yeah,
That's
O Dog.
hilarious, dog. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
I've been trying to dig for him. So like if that's the case, I'll come with a little bit more than 5. I'll start
Yeah.
digging for these because yeah, man.
Eddie Johnson, he was a good one. Yeah,
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
he was a
So yeah,
good one.
that's what's up, man. Well, that's another edition of Gotta Pick One. Hey, hey, man. As always, E, look, another one, another one. Hey, listen, like we always say, those that are watching, thank y'all. Thank you so much, man. Please continue to tell about the jail show unedited if you have not told about it already. Please run and tell it. We are always on multiple platforms. We try to stay consistent on Monday and Fridays at 6 p.m.
Mhm.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. The Jail Show, one word unedited on all. Twitch, one word, The Jail Show unedited. Um,
Mhm.
listen, can't say it enough, man. Y'all are really important on
Mhm.
how we structure and do this show. So the more that we can get people to tune in and get that attention, the better this show becomes. And I'm so excited for the future, E. Like I can't even put it in words, man.
Well,
But
if you don't know, we already putting on Cleveland. I mean, give it up to the Cleveland Heights U14 flag football champions, the females. We had the owner, Nature's Beauty, and Dairy King, and a piece of like we getting in touch with these people. We putting them in front of you. So I want to give a shout out to Seth for what he did. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we will get him back on. So JL can ask the rest of his questions. I can ask the rest of ours. It just was just not right. So we're gonna get it where he's in a secure place. And like you just said, Matlock, killer. Respect, man. That's all we
yeah,
asking for. It's just the
yeah,
respect that y'all can spend an hour with us, even if it's 15 minutes, man.
you feel
It's
me?
15 minutes of time that we love. And just we gonna get crazy. We gonna do some shit. We gonna pump it up. So just bear with us. And
Yeah,
for y'all that is, hey, share this show right now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's the only way people gonna get hit. And
yeah.
I'm bad at it. I'm not a social media guy. I'm gonna tell you. But
Hey
JL
man,
get on
if it
me.
wasn't for this and
Yeah.
what I'm doing with this, I wouldn't be as active on social media. But now that I've been able to kind of chop up what we've been doing and giving people other ways to get in contact with it, yeah, I'm excited and I'm pumped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, well said, EP. I appreciate it, man.
No, I
Well, look,
appreciate you, brother.
This is the JO show, man. I'm your boy JO. That's your boy EP. Listen, if your shoulders don't roll when you see this, and if your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, man, you are a hater. Like, ain't nobody doing it quite like this. You know what I mean? It's unedited because it's right for now. So we give you everything. Now give me that shoulder.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the
As
JO
always,
show.
look, and then that shoulder. Hey, look, if your shoulders don't roll when you see this, if your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater.
You are a hater.
You are a hater. That hater. 6 p.m. Monday and Friday. Same time, same place.
Play it in your car on the way home. I don't care.
Yes,
Just
sir.
tune in.
Just tune in. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share it. Get people hip to the JO show and edit it.
It's
Doing
free.
big things out here in places. Yeah, feel me.